Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time joining, thank you and welcome. If you are a previous subscriber or you're coming from a previous video on my channel, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about a few things that I have recently purchased, and I'm also going to talk about a project update and a few things that I'm working on for future projects. So what I want to do first is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you, if you have not seen the project about the English paper piecing, I have several videos about this little project, and this is just something that I can do while I'm sitting watching TV. And I kind of had to get away from this project for a little bit because of the previous videos where I was doing the skull pillows. If you have not seen those videos, please check those out. Okay, so when I was doing the English paper piecing, I was telling you, oops, I got a little snag there. I was telling you about that I was more than likely going to make probably a makeup bag with this one. And this is how far I have gotten on this particular project. And there's not a lot. I really wish I was a little further along with this one. I do have to make myself some more of the gray hexagons, because the main portion of the bag is now going to be finished in the gray hexagons. I have done some of the, let me show you, some of the half hexagons, and those are going to be to finish up the edges, so I can make them squared, and you can see how those will square off. So when I make the, let me turn this way a little bit. It'll be more like, dang it, that one, and that one, and then there'll be another hexagon here to square that one off. And this is just so I can have a straight edge along the bag when I'm sewing it. A lot of people will cut off their hexagons. I really don't want to do it that way. I just rather go ahead and sew on some half hexagons and make it into an actual rectangular piece of fabric. So there is that. I've been working on this in the evenings when I'm not tired from the rest of the day. If any of you are familiar with my videos, you'll know that I live in New Mexico. And it has been so hot, and my sewing room is on the west side of the house, so it gets so hot in here that a lot of times I can't work in the room until the room has cooled down. Okay, so that one's there. So I have some purchases that I have recently made, and it's just kind of things that I'm stocking up on items, and then a couple things for some future videos. So I purchased these items from Amazon, and I got a double pack of the seam rollers. And if you're familiar with the Temu website, I saw some of the seam rollers on Temu, but they were really cheap looking and I did not like them. I could have gotten them for under $1 each, and I figured I'm just not going to put money into something if it's not going to last. These came in the twin pack, and I believe it was $6.99 for 2 of them, and I actually like that the wheel is wood. And so it's just to, when you have your seams sewn, instead of pressing your seams with an iron, you can press them with a seam roller. So I've gotten 2 of these, and again, these were $6.99. Okay, So then in this same order, I purchased a 50 pack of sewing machine needles. And when I got the package, it was, let me show you. This is the type of envelope that it came in. And I'm not going to show you my address here. But the box, this is the part that I tore. But this rest of it, I guess because the box was inside of it, and you can kind of see the box is kind of dented up in there in the corner. Not real bad, but I believe the box just kind of ripped through this paper, and half of my needles were missing. So when I received this order, I called Amazon right away after I had opened it. And the lady, the Amazon customer service rep that I talked to, said that they would replace the needles. I said I don't want to return the order. I would just like a replacement on the needles, and that was no problem. So they sent out a new pack, and that's what these ones are. I'm going to go ahead and open these because I guess when you can see that these are just in these little cellophane envelopes, but you can see that the seam, it just kind of ripped right open. And the needles that I needed the most were missing from the package. So the lady I talked to said that she is a sewer as well. And she said she knew how important needles were. Okay, so it was to come with 5 packs. And let me put this up here. Maybe you can see it a little better. You can see I got my 5 packs here, and they came with sizes, I take my glasses off so you can see, 9/65s, so I'll be able to use these with my embroidery. I have 18 110s, I have 16 100s. So these will be really good for like denim and things like that. Same with these 18 110s with really heavy fabrics. And I repair my husband's jeans if he rips like a belt loop or something like that on him. I can use these needles will be great for that. And now I have the 1610s. I have 20 of those. Of the 18 110s, I have 20 of those. And then I have the 9/65s, and I have 20 of those. And then, I'm sorry, yeah, 20. And then the 14 by 90s. I use this size a lot when I'm actually doing heavier quilting with all my layers quilted together. I try to use something maybe a little bit sturdier. And then I have the 11/75s. And the 11/75s are a size that, if you're familiar with the machine quilting, the machine embroidery, that's one of the common sizes for that. But yeah, the 1490s are sizes that I use often when I'm doing my quilting. So those are there. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 needles, and this does not count for the ones that I already have in my needle box. So I have all my little other needles here, my Schmetz jersey needles, my other embroidery needles, things like that. And I just wanted to try these. I've never purchased sewing machine needles from Amazon yet. So this was, they were really inexpensive. I want to say under $5 for 50 needles. I know that's pretty cheap, but a needle's a needle. I know people are going to get so mad at me for saying that, but truthfully, a lot of the needles you buy, they're all the same needles, but just different brand names put on them. So that is actually what my dealership where I take my FAF into, one of the repair technicians told me that the needles are, a lot of them are made by the same factories, but they're just different brand names put on them. So I figured I'm going to try them. Okay, so there's that. And yeah, I don't know the name of these, but I will link them down below and have the actual link there for you. And then also in this purchase, I purchased more of the Sim Thread embroidery thread, and that's what these spools are that I use. My white ones are all Sim Thread, and that's just because I'm able to purchase them in this type of pack, and they come 3 to the box, and there's 5,500 yards on each one of these spools, so that's 16,500 yards, I believe, if I'm right. Yeah, they're 500 meters each. So, and when you purchase them, you get a little thread net, and you can just cut it in half, and that's that. And they do give you 2 little bobbins, and these bobbins work just fine on my Brother machine. I believe they are a class 15 bobbin. I don't have problems using them. Some might, depending on the type of machine you have. So this is my last spool that I had, so I needed to order them. I use this thread in my bobbins when I'm doing my machine embroidery, and I really like the quality of the thread. The rest of the thread that I use, if you're familiar with them, I use Nubro thread, and it's really great thread. I really like these brands. So there's that. I'm going to go ahead and put these back. And you get a little catalog kind of thing in with when you purchase it. So like just different thread sets that they have, some storage, glow in the dark threads, variegated colors, and then just some, you can buy their Sim Thread pre-wound bobbins. My FAF dealership, however you want to say it, told me not to use pre-wound bobbins in my machine, that that there was a risk of my products, my items that I'm sewing just would not turn out well with the pre-wound bobbin for this particular machine. So I'm just not going to chance it. I'll just wind my own bobbins. And you can see here I have a whole bunch of my FAF bobbins, and I do buy a box of bobbins from Amazon for my FAF machine, because I can get 50 bobbins for the price that I pay for 10 bobbins at the dealership, and they work just fine. So when you are doing machine embroidery, you have to have a lot of bobbins. So I have 3 different trays like this for my bobbins, and I just keep them in my little thread drawer here, and then one on the machine right here. I think you guys can see that there. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something that I got a bobbin up, or thread up here that is all over the place. I got to keep these, make sure that any threads like this are, I'll just cut it, are put away. No loose threads like that's showing because Luna will get them. Okay. So these next items that I'm going to show you are something I don't know if I will be doing videos about these right away. And the reason why I say that is because it does take some practice to get the hang of it. So the first thing you may be familiar with, these are a knitting loom, and you get the little tool and some little plastic yarn needles. And I bought this one on Temu, and I just wanted to try it out to see how it was. And I have a really small, let me see if I can grab it really quick. Shoot, I don't see it, but I have a actual sock loom, and I am blind right now. I just do not see it, but it's a little wooden loom with metal prongs, I guess you call these. I'm not sure what you call them. Or pegs, and that's for doing sock yarn. And I put it away somewhere, and I saw it 2 days ago, but now I just cannot see it on my shelf for the life of me. I don't know where it went. I might have put it inside of another bin to make a little more room to stack stuff. So I got this one, and I just wanted to try it, and it's really fun to make scarves and things like that. And I've been playing with it, and I'm just using some scrap yarn. And they recommend in videos that I've watched here on YouTube that practice before you actually set out to make an item, because you want to get your tension correctly on your pegs. If you get it too tight, you can't lift your yarn loop over the second loop that you will have on your peg. So there's that. So I knew that I really liked these, and I love crocheting Afghans, but I wanted to do some knit Afghans, and I absolutely am horrible at knitting. So I went and purchased one of the big fancy KB Super Afghan looms. You can knit Afghan up to 60 inches wide. I am still learning how to do these, and once I get it under my belt a little bit more, if you guys would like to see a video, please comment down below. If you purchase one of these on Amazon, I believe they're about $42. I've seen them for $42. I've seen them for $47. So definitely kind of shop around. I had tried to get one on Temu. They do not sell this particular loom. I keep on wanting to say loop. They don't sell these on Temu. They do sell these on Amazon. They sell knockoff brands on Amazon for about $22. I've seen one as low as $18, and it did not get a lot of rave reviews on it. I think maybe only like 2 stars. I did see this on Joann's website, and since I shop at Joann's a lot, I use the app on my phone, and I'm able to get the coupons mailed to me, and plus I have the coupons on the app. And I had a 40% coupon for item to use for an item not on sale. So I was able to get this and another small item for $33. So this was about $26 with the 40% coupon. So there's that. I will be playing with this a little bit. You can see I kind of wrote start on the little peg there. It's got a little mark. So I colored it in with a Sharpie so I knew where it was. There is a little book in here that tells you how to do it. It comes with 3 patterns that you can work on. And what I did is I looked online, found some other patterns, and printed those out. So if you guys do want to see this in the future, I will work on a video for that. It probably will be not in the near future, but kind of in the maybe in a month or so or something like that. So I do have a couple special request videos that I am working on. One is how to use let me show you here. When you buy a sewing machine, you will get these little fancy packs like this. These are twin needles. And when I did my video on the Brother SE625 machine, I talked about the twin needles, and I mentioned that if anybody would like to see a video on how to use a twin needle, I could work on that. And I am doing some research on these, and I'm sorry, I can't remember your name right offhand, and I'm sorry. I have been asked to do a video on how to use a twin needle. And truthfully, I thought, okay, I'm going to put this in there. I'm going to read in the manual on how to properly thread for twin needles, because you do have to thread 2 different types of thread or 2 different threads on your machine. And I thought it would be really easy. Well, there's a lot more to it than that. If you want to know how to use a twin needle correctly, there are some steps you need to take before just putting it in your machine and sewing. So I am researching how to do that, and that video will be coming soon, or videos. There may be a couple videos on that. Then there are there's probably going to be 3 or 4, maybe 3 or 4 videos on that. I'm not sure how many, but I know at least 2 already that I have planned. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned for that. I also have another requested video of how to, so this is just a USB stick that I use for my Brother machine, and it is a 32 gig. It's fine for my Brother machine, but let me show you here. Open my little drawer and get the little piece out. Okay, so when I purchased my Pfaff machine, this is the USB that came with it, and it just kind of clicks on here. You're able to take it off really easily, so you don't have all this on the side of your machine. And for my Pfaff machine, it's a 1 gig USB, and since I bought it used, the dealer who I bought it from has included another USB with it, and I believe this one is a 2 gig. And nothing higher than that will work on my Pfaff machine. So there is that. And sorry, long-winded. I have been asked how to take a embroidery design that you download to your computer and put it on a USB stick so you can put it on your machine. So that's going to be a video coming really soon. I hope to get on that within the next 48 hours. There's a few things I have to take care of that are non-YouTube related before I do that first. I just had my expensive washing machine, and we bought a brand new washing machine and a dryer, and the gasket that seals the door on my dryer tore, and I've only had this washer and dryer since November, So I just got the repair tech to come out. That was really rough. The first company they sent out, the guy was a complete jerk, and we refused to do business with him. And we called Samsung again, and they sent a different tech from another company that they contract with, and the guy was wonderful. So I have my dryer fixed now, and I am working on catching up on my heavy towels and my linens and my blankets and things like that that kind of piled up while waiting the 3 weeks to get the gasket fixed. So I've been doing that, and being as hot as it is here in New Mexico, doing laundry is absolutely miserable with the dryer running. And so anyway, so I'm sorry, long-winded. So that's a few things that I'll be working on. I do want to continue on with the lanyards. I'm going to continue on with key fobs. And if there's anything else anybody would like to see, please comment down below. Or if you're not comfortable leaving a comment in the comment section, you can always email me at jsnc18@gmail.com. So stay tuned for those requested videos. They will be coming very soon. So we'll see you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.